Today, I'm doing the exact full body workout that Alex Hormozi did with Chris Williamson. I've been training for 13 years of my life, and believe it or not, I have never done a full body workout in a single day. So I'm going to show you how long it actually takes and how hard it hits. And by the end of the video, you see if this workout is the right one for you to do to fit your busy schedule. Alright, so he's just starting with calves. Alex Hormozi just explains in the video that he normally starts with calves because that's the weakest point that he's got. And I just love the way that he does that, because if you see that you've got a part of your body that is the weakest one, it's always good to start from that, because that's when you got the most energy to give your best doing your workouts. So I just decided to follow him and start with calves too, because calves is just like one of my weakest points as well in my body. So I normally do calves like every 2 days or every day, basically, if you've got time, because I know this is my weakest point too, and calves is a muscle that you can basically do every day. So I just do that and I love it. So let's just get started.
Recast and rewrite. I ride the storm inside. I never hide. I'm an imprint in the struggle, a song in the ride. No cage in the mind. I free that tide. No pain, no limit. That's my guide.
The next exercise that he does is just the hamstrings. So he just, does the hamstrings. I love that he just puts his body forward to get the most out of the muscle. That's something that I've been doing for a very long time as well, because I think that's when you just stretch the muscle the most, and I love the way that he does that. So I just basically followed the way that he was doing, so I was just, at that moment I was just speaking to my cameraman, which is my girlfriend. So that's it. Let's just get started, because that's something that I love the most. I also put my toes forward just to get the most out of the exercise as well. So every single exercise that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing 3 sets of like 10 to 12 repetitions. That's basically the range, or even like 8 to 12, let's say that way, because I think that's when we get the most out of the muscle, and I just love how it is. So let's just do another set of that.
Tear them apart. Use a mass fuel stamp, strengthen my heart. No shallow victories, every win a work of art. No mask, no facade, pure from the start. I shift gears, change speed, vary the pattern. From calm to storm, like thunder that's battering. I climb peaks, cross seas, no matter the matter. And no pain, no limit. That's my
next work that he does is just the quads. I don't have this machine at my gym, so I couldn't really find something that's the same. So I just had to find something that is just like similar to what he's doing. So you're gonna see that the machine that I'm using is just like the leg press in the 90-degree angle. So that's the closest I could get from that machine. I'm not a big fan of this machine. I would rather do another exercise, maybe like some squats, or even the leg press on the 45-degree angle, because I think it gets more of the muscle. I'm not a big fan of this type of machine, but I think the machine that Alex Hormozi is actually doing, it's good. It's better than the one that I have. And by the way, if you know exactly what I'm drinking now, just leave in the comments. I would love to know why you think that I'm drinking that. So I'm just doing another set here, and let's get it done.
shape your flame, you become more than the same. Yeah, no pain, no limit. Claim your reign. No pain, no limit. I'm reaching for more. When my body screams stop, I push to the core. Beyond fear, beyond doubt, I break every door. No pain, no limit. I rise and I soar. No pain, no limit. I'm forging my path. Every drop of sweat.
So the next one that he's gonna do is just deltoids. It's just like the back part of the deltoids, it's just like on your shoulders. This machine, I don't have the same machine at my gym as well, so that's the closest one that I actually could find. So I'm not a big fan of this machine, to be honest. I would rather do that with some dumbbells or in the cables because I think it gets the most. But just for copying and just doing exactly the same as Alex Hormozi did, so I was just following basically everything that he was doing in that machine. That's the closest I can get. So let's just do it.
And I'm here to be many, push through the burn, muscle shake, breath breaks, but my vision's clearer. These trials I embrace, no softness in my backbone, grit in every place. I sculpt strength from struggle, I own my pace. Rhyme eternal, I fight the fight in silence, defiance in reliance. I climb the incline.
Right, so the next one that he's gonna do is just the exercise for the back. I love this type of exercise, which is just like the pull down supine grip, where he just grabs his hand like the way that he does. So I love the big stretch that he just explains to Chris Williamson on the video, that is just like to get the most out of the muscle. He does like, one arm and then both arms later. And then here now I am just gonna be doing exactly the same thing. It's like exercise that I love to do, and I think that's a big range of the back, and it should really get your lower back, mid back, lower back. That's the target muscle, So as I said, you're just going to be aiming to 3 sets of 8 to 12. I think that's good range, So let's just get it.
Ain't no limit, I'm forging my path. Every drop of sweat, every aftermath. I'm stronger than before, feel the aftermath. No pain, no limit, I embrace the wrath. I've walked through valleys where shadows swallow light. Felt the sting of failure, tasted fear in the night. But in that darkness, I found sparks, ignited might. From tiny embers to blazing comets in flight. I speak to my reflection, you're built for this war. You rise where others fold, you break every door. Your soul's not optional, it's the core. No pain, no limit, I'm something more. Internal rhyme, I break the code. Reshape the road, wake the bold. Reshape the mold, I won't fold, I explode. I reload, I gather fragments of doubt, tear them apart. Use a mass fuel stamp, strength in my heart. No shallow victories, every win a work of art. No mask, no facade, pure from the start. I shift gears, change speed, vary the pattern. From calm to storm, like thunder that's battering. I climb peaks, cross seas, no matter the matter. And no pain, no limit, that's my gate and landing. No pain, and the world's pressing down.
I wouldn't do G's both grip hands, I think that's just, it gets the same, range. So I would just be choosing a different type of exercise, to be honest. But I just did that to follow Alex Hormozi. So this is the biceps. I love the way that he does that. He brings his elbow a little bit forward, and that's just like, it gets a lot of the biceps. That's exactly what he's explaining to Chris Williamson there. And I think it's just like, it really grabs the most out of the biceps. There's just this little technique just to bring your elbows forward, and I just love that he's actually doing that way. I prefer to be doing that on a 45-degree angle bench, but just for like following him, I think he just grabs the same, but you just gotta make sure that you're just pushing, you're just like bringing your elbow forward a little bit to get the full movement and the most out of the biceps.
Hear the call, no pain, no limit. That's your name. From the ash, shape your flame, you become more than the same. Yeah, no pain, no limit. Claim your reign. No pain, no limit. I'm reaching for more. When my body screams stop, I push to the core. Beyond fear, beyond doubt, I break every door. No pain, no limit. I rise and I soar. No pain, no limit. I'm forging my path. Every drop of sweat, every aftermath. I'm stronger than before. Feel the aftermath.
So this is the last exercise that he's gonna be doing, which is just the triceps. It's a good exercise to be doing the way that he does, because you isolate the muscle, so you don't use your core or anything like that, just to get to kind of like steal the movement, and you just keep your back straight. Then it's just like, it's the only muscle that are basically like working out is just the triceps. So I had to do some adjustments at my gym because I just don't have the proper machine, so I just had to get a bench and just like putting the cable, we just get the same. And I love to know the exercise. It's just like kind of like the push down triceps. And yeah, it's a very good exercise. It's just isolate the muscle more so you don't steal the movement as you're doing it.
My defiance under pressure, I treasure the measure inside. No outside hand can stifle what's alive. They see the sweat, see the grind, but not the nights when doubt haunted dreams whispered you're wasting time. I held the weight up.
I just want to bring some points from this workout. So I was just following basically everything that Alex Hormozi did. So I'll just get some takeaways from this video. So this workout, it took me like half an hour, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes to do that. It was pretty quickly. And one thing that I was missing is just like sort of the chest workouts. I know that Alex Hormozi doesn't train chest because he just thinks that his chest is already too big. But for most of us, I don't think that's the case. It's good to put one exercise for chest. But I just found is that it's just like, if you're really in a rush, that you don't have much time to be at the gym, it's very good for time efficiency. And if you are not going to the gym that often, if you only got like 2 days to go to the gym, I think that's a very good workout. You can get like all the muscles, but you have to make sure that it's just like you really need to be giving your best at the gym. Really trying to lift as hard as you can with all the exercises like Alex Hormozi did, like I tried to do, so you can get the most out of the very limited time that you got at the gym. So if you're just like the type of person who can actually go more often to the gym, maybe like 3-4 days, I think you can actually just get some better workouts that you don't have to do like full body ones. But then if you're the type of person who can only go like 2 days a week to the gym, I think that's a very good one. And I'll also just don't forget to add some of the chest, one exercise at least, just add that to the workout. And I think that's just gonna be very good. And then if you're just focused on the workout, you can just finish that in about like 45 minutes and you're just gonna get a big pump from the workout. And I think that's basically it. I hope you got some value from this video. I've got a community that I've just created, so it's free to join. I'm just going to leave the link in the description here or in the first pinned comment. It's a community for busy entrepreneurs who want to get in shape, get back to the gym, just have a healthier life, build a strong discipline mindset. So I hope to see you there, and I'll see you on the next one.